Hey, hi guys. A question I get asked all the time is, I am new in the export business. I have never done any form of export. I don't even know where to get started, and people now ask, what do I need to go into export? It's a very common question because you have so many people who are looking for ways to make money. I'm going to give you probably the four things that you need to go into export. Now, number one is obviously you need to have a product that you are exporting. That is the key. Because and I'll tell you, I have seen so many people export the wrong item. I say this all the time. The key to export is finding the right items for which you have buyers, for which there is a demand in the country. Now, take the US for example. You have imports going into the USA in trillions of dollars on an annual basis. So the question is, what are they buying? What is the demand? What are people looking for? And that is the key. You need to first of all determine that. And I offer a detailed, I think it's about a 5 days, 3 to 5 day training on determining the right product to export. Look, I say it again, Africa has a lot of potentials. We have many products that we can tap into. But the problem is that we sit down, we give licenses to Chinese companies and to European companies, and what do? They come, they mine the items, and they export. So what we're selling to them for $1, they go, they process it, and they're selling it $20, $30, $40. And that is one of the biggest problems we have. So again, the first thing to do is knowing the right product to export. And like I said, click the link below and you will see options, trainings and various videos that I do teaching you how to determine the right product to export. Now, the second one obviously is you need to understand the import rules and regulations surrounding the particular item you are shipping. Now, where most people get it wrong is when they want to export food or they want to export cosmetics, because those are the two key items that most of you would typically want to export that have strict rules. The US FDA, Food and Drug Administration, basically has rules that border on those things. And when I say food, I mean food for people, animals, or pets. It's not just food for animals that have these regulations. So what are those rules? You need to understand them, and again, they are specific depending on the type of item and a lot of times to the particular buyer that you're selling to. So for example, if you're exporting food to sell on Amazon, depending on the category of food, they are going to ask for different things. Depending on the claims that you are making about the food, they are going to ask for different things. If you are exporting cosmetics, you want to sell it on Amazon, they will typically ask for the voluntary cosmetic registration that you do through the FDA. And I provide more links below on how to access these items. So again, what are the import regulations? And look, a lot of information is out there on the web, but you really want to rely on somebody who has been doing this for decades, and that is what I do. I have been in the export business for years, shipping in and out of the USA, and I provide tips on the various regulations. In fact, if you subscribe to this video, I'm sure by the time you go through 3, 4, 5, you're going to see tips on the various things you need to have to export to the USA. Now, the next one is the shipping and logistics consideration. You need to know your cost. How much is it going to cost me to ship this item into the USA? What do I need to provide to the shipping company? What licenses must I have to ship it? Now, for that, it can be quite complex, but I tell you one thing, the easiest way is to look to somebody who already does this, or to a shipping company that has experience shipping to the USA. Be careful who you go with. Some time ago, I had a call from a lady who shipped about 350 kilograms of food to the USA, and it got held by the FDA. And when I looked at the documentation, I was like, this shipping company you used, have they done this before? And she was like, she's not sure. So again, before you ship anything in commercial quantities to the USA, verify, ask the shipping company, how many times have they done this? Do they have the knowledge? You know, do they know the right licenses you need? Be wary of any shipping company who tells you you don't need any license or specific documentation to ship food. You know, in fact, it's not just food, artwork. Food artwork is going to require some license from you, basically from, I think, typically your government art institute or the museum, showing that those artworks are not precious artwork for the country that you're in. Food too will require certain licenses most of the time. The main one being the FDA food facility registration. You know, you typically need that. And then cosmetics, you know, depending again on who is buying, you may need to have some things there for cosmetics. And then the most important, again, because, you know, the question that I'm asking is from new people who are new to export. They're asking me, what do I need to go into export? And the third thing that is very important is, what are buyers looking for? You know, I've already said that before, but again, what channels, I'm going to emphasize this again, what channels can I sell my products? You know, I typically recommend most people signing up for Amazon. And again, I have a totally free course on how to set up an Amazon account anywhere you are in Africa, and it's an amazing course. I see people charging $50-$60, trying to do it for you, but I'm offering it absolutely free. If you click the link below, you will see links to the video where I teach you how to set up an Amazon account right from Nigeria. So again, those are the key things you need. And again, follow me, subscribe to this channel, and I will definitely give you more tips on how to make it wealthy exporting to the USA.